Good evening, welcome back to the channel. Brozar here. Today I want to talk to you about freeloaders. As you can see from the right side of my screen there, there's a Facebook group which seems to be the better one at the moment. WWE Supercard Freeloaders, easy group to find and join, and a lot of people are posting freeloaders in there at the moment. Definition of a freeloader obviously depends on the team. I mean, some people will consider if you get like 1,000 points in TSG or freeloader, but in all honesty, a freeloader to me is someone who doesn't really play the event. Maybe gets 1 shard or 2 shards, or maybe 10 points in Road to Glory and doesn't charge in team background. Team background is a big one for me. You really should be charging. Um, so we've just finishing off the um, Team Road to Glory here, the Elias card. We've already completed the event, and obviously you can see the event ends in 32 minutes at the top. We actually finished this event about an hour or so ago. Um, so we have to take into account that some players may not have been on, may not have been able to collect the full amount of points available during the event, simply because it was finished earlier. So you can see there are lower numbers in here. I mean, I wouldn't consider too many of these as freeloaders as such. And now we run team background at the same time. So we've just started off this attack phase on here. We can see we're already attacking. So if I go through here as well, I can see that people are maxing. So they may not have massive amounts in Team Road to Glory. But what I will look at is the lowest point player hasn't fully charged. So that to me is a bit of a red flag. So I would consider that to be more freeloader there. Depending on the points, we should normally have the TSG running. We're player short right now. But if they're also low on points and TSG is sort of like 0, 100, then that I would consider a freeloader. Anyway, as you can see, the person on the right here, he's not in the team anymore. Creon, he was there for the last Team Road to Glory. So what I normally would do is I would also kick them from the team. I'll go into here and I can see um, players that I've blocked from chat and players that are blocked from the team. So any general and any owner will be able to see a list of players who has been blocked from the team. Let me get rid of that one. Okay, hold on. Okay, right. And these players will be kicked for perhaps being um, freeloaders, just not keeping up, basically. Just no point in having them a team. So it's really important that if you're, say, a team general, you don't mess about with this, because you'll be able to see this now, being a general. So you don't want to mess around with this. So let's click on this player's name. This is player kicked, so now he's blocked. So I can see him, and as you can see, it matches up to the right side of the screen there. So I can go down and see that he's actually in a team now. So I know he's a freeloader because, as you can see from my screen, he didn't do very well in the last event. So I can then go in and speak to the owner and say, keeping an eye on the player, he's freeloaded in our last team event. So we give the heads up to the owner. Unfortunately, the owner hasn't replied in time, so the event has actually started. But the communication between teams is key. If you want to get rid of freeloaders, then you've got to try and communicate and let them know that they're just not acceptable. I mean, you're never going to get rid of freeloaders. It's going to be a part of the game. But we also know these players can only change their name maybe once every 6 months. So we can try our best at getting rid of difficult players for our team. And this is one way of doing it. Posting up in the group. And giving them proof. Show your proof. Why Why do you think they're freeloaded? So you may get players who, you know, might send you a message beforehand saying, I'm going to be away, I'm ill, I'm this and that. And I will accept that if a player comes to me and says, I'm not going to be around for the event because such and such has happened. That's fine. I can deal with that. But if you come to me after the event and tell me, oh, you had to work, and you know, and this and that, I'm not going to be interested. That's just freeloading to me and it's making excuses. But yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps with freeloading players, and hopefully we can work together and try and remove it. Thank you very much.